If you're in your 20s and you don't know what narcissism is, watch this. Hi, I am Busi, and I survived narcissistic abuse from a very young age, and that is what I'm going to talk to you about. So, if you have never heard about the word narcissism, it's a bit of a mouthful, but it is important for you to understand what it is, uh, how it manifests, and how you can equip yourself to know if it's happening or if it's not happening. Because you encounter it in relationships, you encounter it at work, you even recognize it among family members and friends. Yeah, you name it. As long as there's people with narcissistic personality disorder. So in your 20s, this is when you've just come of age, so to speak. So you need to have this as part of your skill set as go forth in life, right? So why do I need to share with you this topic? It is because I did not know what narcissism is, and I did not know anything about emotional abuse. I did not know, I could not understand what was happening in my life. Uh, and for the most time, I probably blamed myself, or I was made to feel like there was something wrong with me. Therefore, I just had to live like that and hope that one day things will get better or something will happen or maybe somebody will come in and save me. That was like probably around the age of 19. Right. So my own experience with uh, having probably a narcissistic parent is what I'm saying probably because now that I know about narcissism, I can see how my life had worked out or how my mother was like to me. Right. I believe everyone is responsible for their own behavior. Everyone is accountable for their own behavior. Everyone should be able to sit down and reflect on their own past life or life in general or whatever event that's happened. So I realized that there was like a disconnect between me and my mother. I didn't understand why. I didn't miss her. Funny enough, when she wasn't there, she's still alive, by the way. She's still alive. Um, but there's virtually no line of communication. I mean, there is. She's got my number and everything, and I've tried to make communication a lot easier for us. But what you'd realize with a narcissistic person is that they don't listen to you. They disregard your opinions. They just want to take from you. Right. So in my 20s, there was a time I felt, what was the point of living? What was the point? I felt I had those thoughts. And then I was wondering why am I feeling this way? Because my dad was ever so loving, so supportive, so encouraging. I mean, life was good with him. I mean, I could face the world knowing that he had my back, but I didn't feel like my mom had my back. And as a girl child, there's some things that you want your mom to say to you, to be there for you. So, I mean, I am such a strong person. My friends tell me that as well. I didn't know, but and I just got this attitude of, if things are not working out, let's find a way to make things work. If I want to achieve something, let's go for it. I mean, who can tell us that this cannot work or you cannot achieve something? I don't believe anyone can do that, or anyone has got power to tell me that this is achievable, this is not achievable, unless if I've tried it and I can say for myself that no, I've tried it, it's not achievable. But no, nothing is impossible. Believe that nothing is impossible. You can do anything you want, you can do anything you set your mind to, but there are processes that you have to follow, which I can share with you. So going back to my 20s, I remember, I think at the time there was this talk about when you turn 18, this is when your parents have no long they don't have any support they can give to you. So basically what it meant was you have to find your way out in life. And as a girl child, you probably the only way you could have left home at that time was if you got married, or you've gotten a job and then you're working away from home. But that wasn't happening for me at that time. I didn't have a job because I had just come out of school, and my plan had been short-lived because I wanted to pursue medicine, but my grades at A levels didn't allow me to be accepted at the university. So that on its own was a bit of a disappointment. And that was the first time I had ever failed at anything. I mean, I'd flown through my primary, my secondary education, uh, being one of the top students. So for this to have happened, and for my mother to have not been supporting me, and not only supporting me, but when you hear your aunties tell you what your mom is saying about you, and she cannot say that in front of your face, and it wasn't like something positive that she was saying. If somebody's saying positive things about you, it doesn't affect you as much. You're actually like, oh, okay, so they're proud of me. But then if they're saying negative things that you probably know nothing of, that have been like made up, and it's your own mother, it is heartbreaking. It is disappointing. Um, I'll probably take you back a bit. Take you back. Right. So when I was the incident that I've just spoken about, I think I was a preteen, or yeah, preteen, or just yeah, teenage years, thereabout, just the onset of my teenage years. I remember my mom saying something along the lines that I wasn't going to finish primary school because I was going to fall pregnant, and all because of some event that had happened, but it had nothing to do with me. I was just being a messenger, and I happened to be speaking to an older person who was wanting me to send over a message to their partner or girlfriend, or the girl they wanted to date at the time. So that was caught in 4K by my mom, but I didn't tell her because I didn't think she needed to know that that is what was happening. So I later learned about it two weeks or 3 weeks down the line, that my mom was saying that I wasn't going to finish my primary education because of what she had caught in 4K, or what she had seen. So I remember after hearing that, I said to myself, no, no way. No way am I going to follow my mom's footsteps because she had me when she was a teenager. She was 16, I think. And when she had me through C-section. Okay, I'll talk about that in a bit, the C-section bit. So I remember saying to myself, no, at 16, there's no way I'm still a child. I could get married or even have my own kid. But anyway, after that, fast forward to when I've not done well in my A levels, there was this talk that it was a waste of time to be educating a girl child. My dad should be putting more emphasis on my brother. But my dad was like, no, everyone has got the same platform. Uh, it all it requires was for you to have your grades because there's schools that only needed these certain grades for them to take you in as one of their students. So yeah, so now that I turned 18 and my parents, my mother especially, she's the one who actually came to me. She didn't actually sit me down to say, oh, life is like this. Now, at this point in time, we feel that we should now look after yourself. Maybe you want to go look for a job. We can support you, give you maybe bus fare or anything. Nothing like that. It was like, we are finished with you. Like, we are finished. Dear God. I didn't have an auntie, an uncle, a friend. Well, I had a boyfriend. I'll talk about my boyfriend a bit. That I could tell what's happened. So I had to run away from home at 21. I ran away. I call it run away because I did not tell them. And thank God when I had planned to leave, my mom wasn't there because she used to normally dip in and out. She'll be either where my dad used to work or she'll be back at the village. So I just escaped and I moved towns actually. I moved from the town that my dad used to work, where I used to live, to a bigger town where I thought I had more opportunities to find work and even to pursue college. So now that I know about narcissism, and if I had known at that time the word narcissism in my 20s, then what went on after I left home and today, I probably would navigate it a bit better because I took what my mom said to me as something normal. Maybe that's what every child experiences when they turn the age of 18, which is the age of majority according to the law. But no, it wasn't that. She was just being cruel, evil to your own daughter. If anything, I didn't feel the motherly love from her. There was no connection, there was no bond. She didn't teach me nothing about being a woman or being a girl. Nothing. If anything, my dad is the only person that probably loved me, if I can put it that way, that showed me love, that took care of me, that provided for me, that nurtured me. I mean, my mom, she gave birth to me, like I told you in the beginning, that she had me via C-section. And boy, didn't she use that C-section up to today, that she could have died giving birth to me, that now she cannot function normally because she had a C-section. And I remember even my dad taking on the same narrative saying that, no, no, your mom, because she gave birth to you um, through C-section, she's always like in pain. Really? But then she had me, my brother, and my sister. So it only took me like having my own child, that which is like 20 years ago now, almost 20 years ago, that I realized, no, when you give birth, you actually heal. You heal from whatever you've had to go through. So why is she using that? Hmm. Okay, so I only realized that people with narcissistic personality disorder, they are manipulative. They will make you apologize for being birthed. You will be like, I'm sorry, mom, you had to go through a C-section. Like it was my own doing. So now, if you're in your 20s and you've been raised by that kind of a person, forgive yourself because you don't choose your parents. No, you don't. I mean, if we could choose our parents, I promise you, I wouldn't have picked my mom. I'm not being mean. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying. So educate yourself about narcissism. Narcissism. I cannot talk about my partners right now, but it affected me in choosing a partner. So once you know what narcissism is, it's a bit of a mouthful today. I can't seem to be saying the word narcissism, right? Um, you just need to delve deeper into it. This will save you a lot of heartache. You'll be able to choose your partners. You'll be able to deal with work colleagues or employees or business partners because you just see them for who they are. As a child, you love your parents unconditionally, and then you wonder why they treat you so bad. They would rather be nice to strangers. They would rather have strangers talk good things about them. And then you sort of like wonder, is that the same person? Are you sure it's the same person you're talking about? Because I had to ask some of my cousins, like, um, I don't think we're talking about the same person. They'll be like, oh no, Auntie is so lovely. She'll do this for you, she'll pray for you. And I was like, excuse me? Yeah. So right now in your 20s, get your head around what narcissism is. Uh, and if you've got a narcissistic parent and you still live with them, leave. I set myself free by leaving, but it did not stop her from tearing me down. I've had so many things that I wonder, is this my mom? I thought maybe when I was born, maybe they switched babies. But no, I look a little bit like her. It's just a little bit like her. I vowed to be a better mother for my kids because I'm the one who made the decision to have them. So they only have me as their parent. So I should be there for them in whatever capacity they need me or possible. So yeah, I thought I'll just come on here and just tell you, my love, sweetheart, flower, learn about narcissism. What is it? How does it affect you? How does it manifest? And how can you protect yourself? Because it will affect your mental health more than you would know. Um, don't give up. There's more to life than what one person has done to you. There's a lot of help out there. If you are in a place where you don't know what to do, how you can run away from home, there's a video that I made about how to report domestic abuse. So I'll link it in the description so that you can access the information there. But if you are not in the UK, because this was mainly for the UK people, call the Samaritans. Just go on Google and look for the Samaritans. They should be able to help you or to signpost you. I didn't know about the Samaritans at the time. I didn't know anybody or anything. The only thing that I knew was I wasn't gonna tolerate what was before me, and there was more to life than that. That is the only thing that I knew. That is the only thing that carried me, and I'm actually grateful that I didn't listen to those voices about the negative stuff. So, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, it's not like good news, but it is also helpful that we talk about these things, and that I also share my experience. I went through this experience in order for somebody not to repeat it or to learn from my experience, because we learn from other people's experiences, and let my experience be a learning experience for you. With that said, bye bye.